and welcome to my makeup inventory series. Calling it a series might be a bit of a stretch, but I'm definitely having to make a few videos just because of how much makeup I have. So in today's video, I am planning to cover all of the base products that I have. That would be primers, foundations, concealers. I'm also including things like brow products, mascaras, eyeliners, and also all of my cheek products if we have enough time. If you have watched my last video, you might have noticed that it felt a bit unfinished. There were some areas where it was quite clear that I intended to add something, but then I didn't. That is because my laptop couldn't handle the length of the video. I got to the end of it with the cuts, however, I was not able to go back and add texts or photos or transitions or anything in general. It is a sign for me that I need a new laptop, but it's not happening yet, so we have to work with what we have. Because of that, I am hoping to be quite brief in how I'm describing all the products today. I will try to make the video shorter. And in general, this video is for the nosy ones out there. I am like you, I also like to see what other people's makeup collections are. So I will be showing all of the products. I might give some background on it or some opinions on it, but I will not be giving full reviews. If you are interested in seeing any of those products reviewed or in action on my channel, let me know in the comments and I will definitely keep that in mind. I think I want to go in the order that I usually just apply my makeup, and I will start with my primers. I have divided my primers into several categories, and those are glowy primers, glowy as in moisturizing, smoothing primers, and liquid illuminator kind of primers. So first I want to mention two glowy moisturizing primers. One of them you have already seen in my project pan, and that is a Mermaid Tears primer from Polish brand Vibo. As you can see, and that is definitely a spoiler for my project pan update, I have went through almost half of it. Another one that is in line after this one is also from a Polish brand, and it's from the brand Paese. I honestly have no idea how to pronounce this, but it's a Hydra Base under makeup primer, and it's also a very nice hydrating face primer. I have used this one before. I have repurchased it because I wanted to try it again, and I'm excited to do so. The next category is smoothing primers, and those are silicone primers. I'm not really a huge fan of those just because of my preference for hydration and glowy skin, but I have two. One of them is from Clarins, and it's Instant Smooth Perfecting Touch primer, and it has a silicone texture, all of that. I've already started using it, but it's barely used, barely started. And another one from the same category is a product from e.l.f. that I have purchased when I was in UK. It's the Matte Putty Primer, and I bought it basically because I was just very curious on how it is because of so many people talking about it. I haven't tried it yet, so no opinions on that yet. The last category, some people would probably classify as highlighters. I am putting them in the primer category just because usually I would use them under my base products. The first product in that category is my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. The packaging looks kind of beat up, which is something I'm really disappointed about because I paid a lot of money for this product, and I feel like some cheap brands have products that sustain the look of the packaging better. That was a major disappointment. As you can see, it's not used a lot. It's like barely until here, if even. It really shouldn't be looking like that. I would understand it looking like that if it was, I don't know, almost used up. I have it in the shade 1 Fair. Well, that's my first product in that category. The next product is from Say, and it's their Glowy Super Gel in the shade Star Glow. I got it in my Cult Beauty advent calendar last year. I will be honest, I only tried it once, but it seemed nice, and I've heard a lot of people liking it, so I'm curious to try it more. And from that category, my oldest product is the Vibo Mermaid Tears Primer. I got it in November of 2022. That is also why I am working on finishing it in my project pan. And my most expensive product from that category is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. And I also hope to use it up completely before it goes bad. My next category has 3 products in it, and it's foundations. I don't really use proper full coverage foundations. I usually go for something lighter, more moisturizing, and usually BB creams. And all of the products in this category I have purchased last year. So my most expensive product from that category, and possibly my favorite one, is my Maison Snail Repair Intense BB Cream. Mine is in the shade 21, and it is a foundation kind of product, a BB cream that I really like. It has a pretty good coverage, so definitely if I want something more lightweight, I would go for a different product. I also very often use concealer instead of foundation all over my face. You'll say how many concealers I have. Next one is from the brand Purito, and it's the Cica Clearing BB Cream. Mine is in the shade 21 Light Beige. I haven't used it too much, so don't have too many opinions yet. And the last one is from a Polish brand, Polish indie brand, Glam Shop. You might be familiar with it if you're into eyeshadow, as I think they're most famous for their eyeshadows. It is their Face Beautifier, which is a light coverage foundation, and in Polish it's upiększać do twarzy, which literally translates as beautifier. Mine is in the shade Olive 0. I think it's the lightest out of all of the foundations that I have, so most everyday friendly, I suppose. For the next category, I think we'll go for color correctors. All of the color correctors that I have are under eye color correctors. I have quite deep set eyes, so I like testing things that would cover my blueness and darkness under my eyes. So I have 3 at the moment. If you watched my empties, you know that I have finished the only color corrector that was not that, and that was my green color corrector from MUA Makeup Academy. It did not work for me. I will not be buying any green color correctors anytime soon. So the first one is from a brand called NAM, N-A-M, and it's a smart corrector. Mine is in the shade 04 Anti-Dark Circles Light. It is a Polish brand. It is more on the affordable side. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you anything about it because I haven't tried it yet, and I have it since July. Do you see why I need to be on a no-buy? My next one is from Catrice, and it's the Under Eye Brightener Instant Awake. Mine is in the shade 010 Light Rose. This is the one that I'm currently using every day, and I'm really enjoying it. It has a pretty soft texture, so it feels like it's easy to be going through it. I bought it because I saw a comparison of it with the famous Becca Under Eye Primer. I didn't have it at the time, so I was very curious to test it out and see how I feel. However, that is a great segue to my next one, which is my Smashbox Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. Mine is in the shade Fairlight, and I have tested it. I definitely think that I don't need both this one and the Catrice one. I found it on sale on Notino, and I got it. So yeah, now it's part of my collection. And the Smashbox Under Eye Corrector is definitely my most expensive one from the category, and also all of them have been purchased last year. Now I will show you all of my concealers. I started the year with 10 concealers. I have now finished one, which you will see in my next empties video. But in this category, I can also divide the products into standard tube kind of concealers and pot concealers, and I have 2 pot concealers. The first one is my oldest concealer and the only one that I have not bought last year. All the other ones I have bought last year, which I guess is good because they're all new. But why did I buy so many? This one is from the brand Too Faced, and it's their Peach Concealer, Matte Instant Coverage Concealer. Mine is in the shade Biscay. I bought it in 2020, and it says it has 12 months expiration date, so technically it should be expired. However, it had a pretty strong peach scent, and it still smells the same way. I think it got a bit thicker. It feels drier. I don't know, tell me, is it still safe to use? It still smells very nice. But yeah, that's my first pot concealer. My next pot concealer is from a brand Glossier. It's their Stretch Concealer. Mine is in the shade G12. I bought it when I was in UK during the summer last year. I definitely found that it's not really working as a proper concealer for me. I can't use it under my eyes. I feel like it's not giving enough coverage, but I really enjoyed using it all over my face, and I use a lot of concealers that way, so I'm not mad at it. But yeah, this is my Glossier product. All the rest of the concealers are in the standard tube form. I have quite a lot, so I will just start going through them. The first one is from the brand Inika. I'm so sorry for my pronunciation. I feel like if I don't know how to pronounce something, I just put Polish pronunciation on it. Inika, I don't know, Inika Organic, and it's a sheer coverage concealer in the shade Porcelain. The concealer is quite expensive. I was surprised. Obviously, I bought it, so I should know the price, but when I went back to check for my Google Sheet the prices, I found that it's over 30 euros. And I was very surprised. The thing is, I don't like it. It's too sheer for me. It's a bit dry as well. I actually have it all over my face today, together with some other ones, because it wouldn't be enough on its own. I'm currently working on using it up, and I'm only using it when no one will really see me, or I'm at home, not going anywhere, stuff like that, because I really don't like it. My next concealer is from Maybelline, and it's the Fit Me Concealer. Mine is in the shade 15. I have been buying this concealer for years. I find it to be reliable, nice, hydrating, good coverage, drugstore concealer. It works for me both for all over the face as well as for under my eyes. I'm happy with it. Next one is also from Maybelline, and this one is the Instant Anti-Age Eraser. Mine is in the shade 00. As you can possibly see, it's a brand new one. I haven't even opened it, and I think I will not open it until I'm done with at least a few of my concealers, just because I don't want it to start the expiration process. So I'm keeping that one for later. That was one of my end of year, pre-nobuy year desperate purchases. I'm not unhappy to have it, but I remember I used to have it before and I didn't like it. So this is like me giving it a second chance. Next one is my Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer. Mine is in the shade Honey. This might be my favorite concealer discovery of last year. Definitely of the last 6 months. So if you don't know, my favorite concealer of all time is L'Oreal Infallible Concealer, and together with it, the Tarte Shape Tape. They're kind of dupes for each other. So I've been using those for quite a while, especially the L'Oreal because it's cheaper. But after I tried this one quite recently, I think it really skyrocketed straight into my favorites and I really liked it. It's a bit more dry, or at least it feels a bit more dry to me than the L'Oreal Infallible and Tarte Shape Tape, but it has amazing coverage, which I love. My under eyes always need a lot of coverage, and when I was visiting my parents for a month, that was the only concealer that I took, and it was very reliable. Next, I have 3 concealers that I either haven't used yet or haven't used enough to have an opinion. And the first one is a Bobbi Brown concealer. It's a skin full cover concealer and mine is in the shade Ivory. It's a mini, as you can see. It's quite expensive. Bobbi Brown as a brand is quite expensive. When I purchased it, I was in a phase of, oh, I want to try everything Bobbi Brown. I didn't buy almost anything, I think, but I was like looking a lot. And that was one of the things that I bought because it's a mini, so it was a bit cheaper. And yeah, I'm still curious to test it. And then I also have 2 famous ones. The first one is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Mine is in the shade Chantilly. I used to have a mini of this very, very long time ago, and I remember liking it a lot. This time I tested this one once, and it might be just the fact that the shade I picked is too light for me, but I didn't like it so much. I'm curious to see if my opinion changed, if it's just because I discovered better concealers, but yeah, I'll keep you updated about this one as well. And the last one is probably the one that I was most excited about when I was getting it, and it's the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. Mine is in the shade N1. It feels like I got a shade that is a bit dark for me, but I haven't tested it yet, so I don't know. So out of all of those, the Natasha Denona Concealer is the most expensive, and all of them were from last year, so I'm not that worried about them expiring, apart from the Too Faced one. My next category is powders. I don't have too many powders. I think that is the only category where I don't have dupes. I have one loose setting powder, and that is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. It is a mini that I also got in UK when I was traveling there. Not because we don't have them here, but I was on a shopping spree. And I am almost out of this one, which is a little sad. It's quite a nice one, but in a way also it's exciting because since this is the only powder that I have, that means I will be able to buy a new one. You can leave your powder recommendations in the comments for me, but I am thinking of getting the Huda Beauty one, the baked whatever, loose powder. Apart from this one, I also have a powder foundation. It's again from the brand Glam Shop, and it's the Instant Powder Foundation. The packaging broke recently. Falling apart, so that's a little annoying. The thing is, I don't really like using powder foundations. I feel like they're too heavy on my skin. I don't like so much powder. I prefer my skin to look glossy, dewy, wet. That's why I enjoy cream products so much. So this one I mostly use to add some coverage under my eyes or to clean up eyeshadow mistakes. So it's not really a powder for me. I'm not really using it as a powder, but it is a powder, so it's in this category. And the last one is quite a new product for me. I haven't even touched it yet. I'm not sure if it should be in the powder category, but I will put it there just in case. I've recently received my order from Kaleidos that I placed in December. Didn't break my nobuy. And one of the things I got is the Contour Trio. And in the Contour Trio, it has a powder. I have heard that it's similar to the Charlotte Tilbury powder. I've never tested that one out, so I will not be able to compare, but it is a powder. So that's another one that I have. Does that mean that I can't buy a new powder? I should test it before deciding, huh? Yeah, I think so. I got the Glam Shop powder foundation in May of 2022, so it's not expired yet, even according to the packaging, but it's slowly getting there. And the Laura Mercier I got last year and Kaleidos this year. So it might be a bit weird since I said I will be going in my makeup application order, but I'm kind of putting setting sprays in a similar base kind of category. So I want to talk about my setting sprays right now, just not to forget about them later. The first one, and the one that I'm using right now, is the Urban Decay All Nighter. Mine is in the Vitamin C Cactus Flower Water edition. I don't know if it was limited edition or what. I got it when I was in UK. I was curious about it because of its fame. I bought it because I was curious about it because of how many people used to talk about and like the all-nighter setting spray. I am almost done with it now, and I don't think I will repurchase it. Again, it's giving this full coverage, locked-in makeup kind of vibe that I am not very much into. That is unfortunately also making me think that I will not enjoy my next setting spray, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I got a mini because I wanted to test it out. I have heard from many people online as well as from my real-life friends that it's a lifesaver. It glues your makeup to your face. I don't know, I haven't tried it yet. I'm waiting to finish my Urban Decay one first. I'll let you know, but because I'm not obsessed with this kind of setting sprays, I'm kind of worried I will not like it, but oh well. We'll see. And the last product in this category is, again, a famous thing that I wanted to test, and that is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. Mine is in the scent Lavender. I haven't tested it out yet. I'm waiting to finish my Urban Decay one. I know this is not a proper setting spray, it's a fixing spray, and I feel like that's making me most excited about it. I feel like it will be the best for me. Now we'll move on to brow products. I have 3 products from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have the Anastasia Brow Freeze, which if you've been following me, you know it's probably my favorite brow gel at the moment. I'm really liking it. I have the brow pomade in the shade Blonde. I also really enjoy using it. In general, pomade tends to be my go-to product. And I have a chocolate brow powder duo. This one I got a long time ago. It's the only product that I haven't gotten last year. I bought it in 2019 on a huge sale. I think I paid like 30 zlotys for it, which is not a lot of money. Because it was on sale, I couldn't really pick a shade. I think that was the only one available. So it's a bit dark for me, but I'm making it work. As you can see, I've used it quite a lot. Next, I have a brow pen from the brand Iconic. It's the Triple Precision Brow Definer in the shade Blonde. I got it as a gift from my lovely friend. And it has a pen on one side and then a pencil on the other, and also a spoolie. I think I almost used up the pen and I am using the pencil now. It is in my project pan, so I will not say more. I will update you in that video. And apart from that, I also have 2 brow gel kind of products. The first one is the Fluff Off Brow Wax from Benefit. It's something I received in my Cold Beauty advent calendar. I am a bit worried because the Fluff Up Wax kind of description makes me think that it will not hold my brow hairs in place, and that is something I'm looking for in a brow product. I guess I'll find out. And last but not least is my brow glue from the brand NYX. I bought it because I saw it ranked somewhere on the internet as the best brow holding product, so I got it out of curiosity. And also because I was worried that after I'm done with my brow freeze from ABH, that the Benefit product will not be good enough, so I got this one just in case. Like I mentioned, only the ABH Brow Powder Duo was not purchased last year. Everything else I either purchased or got as a gift last year, and the most expensive product out of all of those was the Benefit Fluff Up Brow Wax. Very close second was the brow freeze though. My next category will be mascaras. I have 4 mascaras, which is a bit much. I usually prefer to have just 1 and like max 2. So having 4 is a lot for me. However, 2 of them are not open at all. One of them is almost finished and the other one I'm just like starting to use, and that's why it's also open. So it's not as bad. The first one is the Charlotte Tilbury Push Up Lashes. I got it in one of her Christmas sets, that's why it's a mini. I was curious about it anyways, so I was happy to see that I could test it in a mini version in a set. And I have to say, I really like what it does to my lashes, but it also does something that a lot of mascaras do to me. Because my eyes are deep set, my lashes touch my brow bone. A lot of mascaras just transfer onto there, and this one unfortunately was not an exception. The next mascara and the next mini, and the one that I'm studying right now, is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I think I tried it a very long time ago. I don't remember what I thought of it. I got it as a gift with purchase with one of my orders from Sephora. That's why I have it. I don't know if I would pick to buy it now, just because of how old it is. Another one is also a product that I got in UK on my trip there. It's another e.l.f. product that I have. It's the e.l.f. Big Mood Mascara. Beautiful purple packaging. I got it because I think I heard about it being good, but I have no memory of that now, so we'll see. And the last mascara that I have is my Huda Beauty Legit Lashes. And this one I purchased because of a recommendation from my friend that said that it's the best. Expectations are high. I'm very curious about it. It is also the most expensive mascara that I have, probably because it's a full size and didn't come in a set or as a gift with purchase. But yeah, all of the mascaras I have purchased last year, so none of them are close to being expired. And I also think that I will be able to use them all up this year. My next category is eyeliners. I have a bunch of pencil eyeliners. I have 1 liquid eyeliner and I have 2 products that contain water activated liners. So I will start with those. The first one is from the brand Suva and is their UV Brights palette. It's a palette containing 5 different colors and also a brush. And while I don't really use this kind of product for my everyday makeup, it is incredibly useful for special occasions or artistic stuff. I really love that the water activated liners are dry, so I don't really feel like they expire that fast. I have this palette since 2021. So far, it looks a bit dry, like the little colors are cracked in the palette from dryness, but it doesn't look suspicious in any other way. So if I'm wrong about this and I should be repurchasing this and like getting rid of it, please let me know. But I think it's fine, right? It is also the most expensive product out of all of my eyeliner category. And I mean, it makes sense. It's 5 products in one. 6 if you count the brush. The next water activated eyeliner product is the one I got last year from the brand Gloss Gods. It's their Power Liners in the shade Freedom. I got it as an addition to the ones that I already have. Black and white, I feel like they are pretty basic colors that I really wanted to have, especially the white one, because black I feel like is easy to get in liquid form, but I really wanted to have a white one. So I got this one with my Gloss Gods order. And if you watched my reels, you might have seen me use it for my artistic Christmas looks. So those are all of my water activated liners. Now I'll talk about my pencil eyeliners. I have 2 from a Polish brand, Lovely, and these are the Pastel Tropics Automatic Eye Pencils. One of them is in my project pan, and it's this one in the shade 03. And it's kind of a pastel light orange kind of shade. And the other one that I have is in the shade 06, and it's a light mint color. I am trying to use them both up as soon as possible. They're quite old products in my collection. I bought them both in 2021 and it is quite old for eyeliners. They still work well and I have no issues with them, but I want to use them up as soon as possible. Then I also have a Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk eyeliner. It's a mini that came in a Christmas set that I purchased, and it's in the shade Pillow Talk. It's brownish burgundy color. Very nice. Then I have a brown eyeliner from a brand 1999. It's their Precision Color Pencil in the shade Barna. and it's a sharpenable dark brown eyeliner. The Charlotte Tilbury also was sharpenable. The newest addition to my eyeliner collection are my Kaleidos Epiphany Glow Melt-On eyeliners. I have 3 of them. They are duochrome, multichrome kind of eyeliners, apart from one of them. So I have one in the shade Sea Sparkle, and it's just a sparkly, beautiful light blue. Then I have one in the shade Night of Creation, and this one is a purple duochrome. It's not a very strong duochrome, I feel, but it's there. And then I also have one in the shade Tourmaline, and it's a green to pink shifty duochrome eyeliner. They also all have this quality that when you put them on, they're kind of hard to take off. They do come off with my oil cleanser from my eyes. There's no issue with that. But if I swatch them, they do not want to come off my hand, which is good, long lasting. And the last product in my eyeliner collection is my Tarte Double Take eyeliner. It's again a dual-sided product. On one side there's a black pencil, and on the other side there's a black liquid eyeliner. This is the liquid eyeliner that I mentioned before. So it's kind of 2-in-1. It's also getting quite old. It's from 2022. So it's another product that I will soon be trying to finish it up. Between getting it and now, I have unfortunately discovered that I am not a huge fan of black eyeliner. I do sometimes do it when the occasion calls for it. Definitely, I'm not against it. But I do like softer looks on me, and I feel like with my blue eyes and blonde hair, blonde brows, blonde lashes, well, lashes are not blonde when I put mascara on them, but you know what I mean. I feel like the black is very contrasty. That is something that makes me not apply it every day, apart from the fact that liquid eyeliner is just not very easy to apply, of course. But I will be trying to focus on it more and use it more this year to hopefully use it up by the end of it. And the last category that I will be talking about today, because we definitely don't have time for the cheek products, is my eye base products. So those will be an eyeshadow primer, glitter primer, and some liquid or cream eyeshadows that I use as bases only. And the first product in the category is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. Again, something I got in UK. I don't think you can even get Urban Decay that easily in Sephora or Douglas here now. I haven't been searching, but I definitely noticed it disappear. I was very curious to try this product, so I got it to test it out. Like I mentioned in my Dominatrix Rich Romantic video, if you haven't seen it, please watch. It's fine. It's a primer. I don't think I'll buy it again. The next one is my absolute holy grail, and it's the NYX Glitter Primer. It's, as the name suggests, a glitter primer. It definitely works for glitter. However, it's my holy grail not because I use glitter every day, it's because I use it under my shimmer eyeshadows every day. And I feel like it does wonders to my eyeshadow application. It can take even a pretty weak shimmer eyeshadow and make it much stronger just because the pigment glues to it. It also helps with fallout because if I'm using a more flaky shadow, which some beautiful sparkly multichrome eyeshadows can be very flaky, it helps with catching that. I feel like it really brings my makeup looks to the next level, and it is kind of my secret hack that I recommend to everyone. I know some people prefer using Fix Plus to wet their shadows, and I might test that, but there is something about wetting the shadow in the pan that feels very icky to me. So I don't really want to do it, and I prefer this. Then my next product is from Glam Shop. It's their liquid eyeshadow in the shade Milk and Coffee, Mleko z kawą in Polish. It's a pinky brownish light shade. I feel like it works beautifully with my complexion. It has coverage, so it covers the veins on my eyelids. Most of the time I use it as a base, so instead of this, under my eyeshadow. And I've been really enjoying it this way. This is my third one. Last but not least is my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Cottage Cheese. It's a very old product, so I definitely want to use it up. I got it in 2020. I only use it as a base for my inner corner highlight. That's why I haven't went through it yet. Because I do use it almost every day, but I use a very small amount of it because it's just going in my inner corner. So I am thinking that when I'm done with my Glam Shop liquid eyeshadow and possibly with my Urban Decay, although I might do this one before, I'm thinking of using this on my full eye just as a base for my eyeshadow. It is shimmery, so it might not work as well, but I am hoping it would. It's a white shimmery shade. If you haven't tried using an eye pencil as a base for your inner corner highlight, I highly recommend it. I think it's a wonderful technique. They have repackaged this now, so it is a twist up now, I think. So this is old. You can tell how old it is by looking at its packaging. Embarrassing. So yeah, I think that is all for today. I hope that was interesting. Let me know if you have any of these products or if you're curious about any of them, if I should make any other videos including them. I am also hoping you're looking forward to seeing my cheek product collection, lip product collection, and eyeshadow collection. Seems like there are at least 3 more videos coming. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like, leave a comment, let me know how you're doing, and definitely subscribe to my channel to see more of this kind of content. I am doing a nobuy this year, so you can definitely expect content around that. I am also doing project panning, and I am trying to become a more conscious consumer and use what I have instead of buying new things. So if you're into that, you should definitely subscribe. But in the meantime, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye!